I think as many people know by now, coronavirus, COVID-19, is something that is affecting almost every citizen of this planet at the moment. And there's no way that you can escape the news cycle. There's no way that you can escape what's being said about it. There's no way that you can escape anything that's being told about it. But there's a lot of false information. There's a lot of correct information as well. It just depends on what the source is. As someone who's living overseas right now, watching what's happening in my hometown of New York City, watching what's happening here where I'm living in Tokyo, Japan, there's a lot of conflicting views and a lot of biased news that's coming out right now. And it's interesting to see what the truth is. So I wanted to make a video talking about what exactly is the truth. What's really happening right now here in Tokyo with coronavirus. First cases of coronavirus here in Japan actually occurred around late January. And at the time, it was mostly seen as something that was just occurring just a little bit outside in China. And then, of course, now it's spread throughout the entire world. There's nowhere that you can go that there is not a confirmed case. And what exactly are people doing here in Japan? What are people doing here in Tokyo, especially, to sort of offset or prevent an outbreak like we're seeing in Italy or Spain or Iran or New York City, where hundreds upon hundreds of people die a day and thousands upon thousands are being infected? The current numbers here for the entire country of Japan, not just Tokyo, are 2,000 confirmed cases. That's excluding the Princess Diamond cruise ship, which had around 700 people on it. That was in February. So right now we're about 2,000. And Tokyo is spreading. It's rising pretty rapidly. And a lot of people have been calling for more action to be taken. And of course, that's a difficult call to make. I think that everyone is absolutely trying their best. All parties involved are trying their best. But I think it comes down to more us, the people living here, us to do the right things so that they can help us. So what I'm seeing is a lot of people are not listening. The governor of Tokyo came out and said, you should be staying at home. Go to work if you have to. Go grocery shopping. But you should not be going out for leisure, karaoke, etc., bars, etc. Because these are places where they've seen a lot of clusters and they've seen a lot of spreads in these places. So it's just scientifically proven that if you go to these places, you're increasing your risk of getting the virus. Yet, if you go onto a young person's Instagram here, or you go on to see what people are doing, younger people are doing, older people are taking more caution. Older people are taking more caution. The middle-aged are taking more caution. Absolutely. But I think that the younger generation here in Tokyo is being very reckless and dangerous with how they're handling this, thinking that nothing's going to happen. They're going out. They're not staying at home. They're not isolating. They're not social distancing. So what's going to happen? Well, it's hard to tell what's really going to happen. It could work out. It could not work out. I know that everyone is trying their best. The Prime Minister, all of them are trying their best to figure out how do you do this. But it really, honestly, like I said, it comes down to people living here. It comes down to us to just follow common sense. Don't be an idiot. And that's what a lot of people are doing right now. They're being idiots. They're going out, they're not listening, and eventually, when there is a lockdown, I think people will actually start to take this seriously. So a few days ago, a very famous comedian died here, and after that, some people were like, oh wow, people can die from coronavirus. And me coming from New York City, where almost 1,000 people have died at this point, I've known all along that this is a very deadly virus for people who can get sick easily. And even for young people too, it could be very dangerous. And I don't think that people are heeding the proper caution when it comes to this. So, what's the solution? The solution is just what I'm doing now. I'm self-isolating at home. I only go out for groceries. I've taken a leave of absence from my job for the time being until this is all resolved. Um, I'm just hanging out at home and riding this out. I live in a share house, so I went out and I bought my own cooking utensils. I have all my own things. I have very limited contact with anybody that lives here. Um, just keeping my distance and staying inside my own room and being smart. That's what I think people need to do is just be smart, wash your hands, stay home, don't go out if you don't have to, and eventually this will pass if we all work together and make it pass. That's the thing. People don't want to take the sacrifice now to have the reward later, and it will come back to haunt everyone, I think. And in a place that's so densely populated like Tokyo, it's scary to think what can happen. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll be back with some more content later in this week. Thank you.